Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here with the Psychic Development Academy. We have these three incredible psychics who have studied for years in order to master psychic techniques. And they are here to teach you about different methods of psychic techniques that you can use to better improve your life. So we're going to go through and have an opportunity to get to know these amazing teachers and what they have to offer to you as a potential student. So we're going to start off with Reverend Lynn LaBorde. So, we're joining the semesters new with the Psychic Development Academy. We want to hear from you. What are you excited to teach? And what should students look forward to this year?
Thanks, Alicia. Joe and Sarah, it's always a pleasure to be with you guys. Love you.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
So I just want to give you a little background on the Psychic Development Academy. About a year and a half ago, Joe and Sarah and I were at an event, and it was a holiday event, and we were just kind of kicking around the idea of, wouldn't it be fun to start something like a mini Hogwarts and, have 4 teachers and kind of represent the houses like in the Harry Potter series. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, and I think Joe is too. But I think pretty much everybody in the world has seen those movies, and if they haven't, they should. So we gathered together. Then there was another event where Sarah and another woman named Danielle were, and we talked about putting this thing for real. And each of us were going to teach different things. So Danielle started teaching about mediumship, and Sarah was teaching about connecting to divine guidance, and Joe was teaching about raising your vibration for manifestation, and I was teaching some psychic healing tools. And we've had now 3 semesters. It was 13 weeks, and each teacher was teaching about 3 different classes. And then we had this beautiful graduation. So we've had about 40 students come through the Psychic Development Academy in the past year and a half. And we brought in 1 more teacher last year, and then 2 of the teachers decided to go off and do their own work together. So now it's down to me and Joe and Sarah. And the thing that I'm really excited about is what we're bringing to you, and this is going to be on a Zoom format so everyone feels safe during this time of quarantine and everything else that's going on, is the best and the finest of what it is that we have to offer with our gifts and everything that we do. So I'm going to turn this over to Sarah next so she can share about what it is that she does, and then Joe. And we're really, really excited. It's going to be an incredible opportunity for you to find out what you know, find out what you don't, and help you really develop your gifts for yourself.
Beautiful. Yay. So I want to start off by saying I love this group of teachers and people, and we all kind of vibe on the same frequency. So we teach different things, but it all goes hand in hand and it all flows beautifully into each other. So I'm a medium and a trance channel and an artist as well, many things, an energy healer. But what I teach is channeling divine guidance, because what I really believe is anybody, doesn't matter what you do or who you are, if you want to be a channeler, a medium, or whatever, we all want to feel divinely connected. We all want to feel supported. We all want to feel that when we have a question or when we need guidance, that there's this system set up for us that we can get in touch with that. And when we have to make changes in our lives, and when we have to meet challenges, that there's a place within us that can access, inner peace and wisdom and knowing, right? And so my classes are really setting up the foundation for that. And that applies to channeling, but that just really applies to your life. Also creating, a center place in your heart where you're learning to differentiate between the language of the mind, right? And the ego versus the language of the heart, right? And all of the numerous things that get in the way of feeling supported, of feeling connected, right? Because what's that number one thing? I don't feel connected, and how do we feel connected? And so my classes really speak about that and our ability to plug into that and know and feel that no matter where we are, no matter what vibration and frequency we're at. If that makes sense.
Beautiful.
One of the things I love about Sarah's classes is that she always incorporates a meditation. And I myself have, get to attend all the classes, and I love love your meditations. I go
Oh,
in more richly in your meditations, Sarah. And I know I've said that to you before.
I know, that's beautiful. Love
You
that.
have beautiful meditations.
Gorgeous meditation.
Yeah, and just the power and light that you bring is so incredible with that co-creation with your guidance. It's really comes through so strongly, you know.
Thanks, beauty girl.
Yay!
Once before, and I just want to bring it up again. A girlfriend of mine who was like, I'm not sure of this whole channeling community, but there's really only one person that I've ever, seen channel, and she was the real deal, and it was Sarah. So that was.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Aww.
Yeah, I think that means a lot. Yeah, I think that trance channeling can seem a little wonky for some people who are not used to it, right? But I think our jobs as way showers and light workers is to bring in, kind of this energy that we're all channels, and it's not something that's so weird. And really, what is channeling? It's something we all do, right? And so I feel like that's one of my specialties.
It takes it outside of a person's comfort zone.
And that's one of the incredible things about this is that you guys all have your own specialty and your own individual light that you bring, and that's why students get such a holistic experience, is that you all have something different to provide and offer to them, and they each may resonate with someone different. So Joseph, we would love to hear from you. What are some things that you're excited to teach about, and what really calls to you?
I'm excited to teach mediumship because prior to this, the prior classes I was teaching how to raise your vibration, which I can bring into the medium stuff. But I'm excited to teach.
And you're such a talented medium as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. But I want to teach people and show everyone in class really how to connect to themselves, which is how, for me, my interpretation of how this all works is how you relate to yourself and how to listen, to what is your inner voice and what's not your inner voice. Because a lot of questions I get about that is like, what's me and what's not me? And it's like, well, I'm going to try and help you differentiate and just help you figure out and help you understand what are the messages coming in and why do you see it one way and why the person next to you sees it a different way and what does that mean? Because that's the next question. Why does that person get it differently? And it's like, because we all work differently and we're all beautifully work in our own ways. And I'm excited about that because I love watching people blossom when they really connect to who they are and how it simply works. And it's not even just to get messages to tell everybody. It's just messages for yourself. Messages to help you connect and get you through the day and get you through life's dramatic times and maybe family things. So, and I want to bring people in deeper and show them, from the inside out, how do we make this bigger and beautiful?
One of the things that I love about you, Joe, is the very first time that you ever led an event here at the Soma Life Sanctuary. You turned to a woman and asked her if she was moving, and you said that you had just gotten a message from Spirit that there were boxes around her, and that was your sign that someone was going to be moving. And I was like, oh my God, is that how it works? So I've learned so much from you. And so much from you, Sarah. And, I love that even as a teacher, I'm perpetually learning, Yeah. And I teach psychic healing tools for people to help them. I had this really fascinating conversation with someone today, and we were talking about how meditation really brings you present. But if you've got trauma from the past, there's a portion of you that is assigned to the past. Yeah. When you're able to remove that trauma from your body, it brings you more present, which is kind of like the point of meditation. I was working with a client yesterday and I was doing a past life healing with her. And I said, believe it or not, we have to go into the past to be able to release you from the place where you think you left your happiness and bring you back to the present. And she wrote to me today and she's like, I'm so happy. So that's so beautiful. That's the work that I do in the classes that I teach and the tools that I teach.
That's amazing. So, it's so incredible, Lynn, the work that you're doing to help heal other people, and Sarah, the work that you're doing to kind of inspire this light, and Joseph, the work that you're doing to really intuitively develop these people. And, the collection of all of the gifts that you guys are offering these students, it's not only just about intuitively awakening the self, it's about this personal development journey that you're all helping with, and you all kind of have your own branch that you go through to help them develop that. And it's like you pass it along to each other and you work so well synergetically together. And, you know, one question that I wanted to ask you guys is, you know, during this time right now with COVID-19 and the coronavirus, why do you think it's more important now than ever for people to open up to an opportunity and experience like this for their own self-development?
Yeah, it's a great question.
I think it's, I'm sorry, Sarah.
No, you go, Joe. You go.
I just wanted to say, like, I think it's a perfect opportunity to extinguish the fear that is going on out there, and to show people that there is, you know, that we're walking through this all together, and we can, it's not as bad as it looks, because a lot of things aren't as bad as it looks, and we have the tools within ourselves to make the situation better and to heal everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And Sarah, what would you like to add?
Yeah, I think everything that Joe said, and also the message I immediately got when you said that was within. I think, you know, the quarantine was a gift, right? It really allowed us to, you know, I have no choice now. I have to go within. So there's a beautiful journey, and this is awakening within us collectively, but it's showing up individually in all of our lives. You know, like the deeper I go within myself, the more that reflects in my outer reality, and the more I learn that I'm creating my reality through my thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And I think people are really starting to wake up to that now. And this time it's a gift. I really believe that. And you can choose, right? Wherever your perception is, what it's focused on is what you're creating meaning and power, right? And so we're learning and we're seeing that. And I think it's a beautiful time to be alive to learn that. And yeah.
Sarah, you recently asked me if I'd read the book about the prisms of Lyra. And I've been reading that book, and it's talking about how Earth used to actually be a 5D planet. And we had, you know, with what's happened over the past 100,000 years, we shifted down to 3D, and now we're making that ascension again. Yes. And one of the things that happens in the duality of the third dimension is we're constantly looking outwards, but we're seeing everything upside down and backwards. You know, if you look at a picture of yourself, or look in the mirror, you're backwards from how everybody else sees you. And the way that the ocular nerves work, you actually see an image inverted, and then it has to be, you know, converted for you to see it clearly. So knowing that what we're looking to do is to look at the truth, that's the third eye, that's the eye that looks inward and tells us the truth about ourselves. So it is about letting go of the illusion. So what I know that COVID has done for me, and especially we just had no electricity for 4 days, that was a trip. Yeah. I spent time inside meditating, reading, you know, talking to my spiritual guides, doing puzzles, things that are creative for me. That took me away from everything that was external, the phone, the computer, you know, classes, students, everything. And just had me really go within, and it was incredibly grounding and healing. And I think that in the Psychic Development Academy, you're really going to hone those abilities for yourself, to be able to talk to yourself, to be able to talk to spirit, to be able to talk to those who have crossed over, you know, and learn what abilities you have. There are exercises, there's homework, there's classmates. There have been some beautiful students that have gone through this course and have created some incredible friendships out of it too. It's been really beautiful.
Yeah, community, right?
Beautiful community. Yeah, and we have a Facebook group on Facebook Messenger where everybody talks to each other, and you're notified about events. And even if teachers have, you know, are not with us now, they're still connected to that community, and we promote their events. We promote everybody's events, each other's events. It's a real collaboration.
I love the sense of community, because it helps other people who may not have that immediate community around them, just to have the connection to, there's people out there who feel the same way you do, who are interested in the same things you are, and we can communicate with each other on some level.
Yeah, and that's such a great offer that you guys have, is that there's people seeking, you know, this community, and that's what you bring. You know, you give people a sense of home, right? It's like all these people have been looking for someone who understands them naturally as like intuitive people, and for them to find you, the teachers, as their place of home and community, it's like going to help so many people to open up and awaken those parts of themselves.
Yeah, it's delightful.
Yeah, and I think to know too that you're not alone, and
Yeah.
Because we tend to feel isolated, especially during these times, right? So it's about really connecting and staying connected to each other. And I think that is how we flourish and grow.
Yeah, and staying connected to our divine guidance. Because it's easy to forget sometimes that we have that, especially when our egos or, there are situations that we have with our families sometimes that make us think that we're something other than spiritual beings. Or at least
What's that challenge, right? Being human and divine, human, divine, back and forth, back and forth.
No matter what, this is an opportunity just for expansion and exploration, and even just to see, you never know, how much, no matter what you're going to learn something. And we're just excited to be able to present to you the opportunity for expansion and to learn maybe a little bit more about yourself and a little bit more about the world out there.
Wow.
Exactly.
I think I said this last time I talked. I know we're ending soon. I just want this one thing. This is called the Psychic Development Academy, right? But it's so much more. It's like personal development too, and
Yes.
all the gifts are an end result of doing that work, right?
Right.
That's so true.
100%. That inner journey, that self-healing, that bringing yourself back to the present by releasing where you've been so connected to the past brings forth an incredible array of opportunities and gifts and healings. It's beautiful.
That's so true. And I think that's a great way to end off. Not only is the Psychic Development Academy an opportunity to grow your intuitive gifts, but it's the perfect opportunity for this really profound personal development that can help you to release traumas that you've experienced so that you can spring forward into your future, into the highest version of yourself. And you have these 3 incredible mentors and teachers who've been trained, who've worked with hundreds of people and helping them to release these stagnant blockages that they had and helping them to awaken their divine power. And I've had the opportunity to work with all 3 of these people, and I can attest that they have each their own intense, amazing healing power. And, getting the opportunity to know these teachers, there's 3 webinars coming up that are free. So you have the opportunity to hop on and ask any questions. So make sure you guys tune in for that. It's on www.somalife.com. And, you can sign up for any of those webinars for free. And then class begins in September. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and wishing you love and light for your journey. And Lynn?
I just want to say one more thing. This time the series is going to be 10 weeks long. The 3 of us are going to teach 3 classes each. The final class is a graduation. There's going to be a gift that will be mailed to you as well as a signed certificate. And that, there's something else I was going to say, I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. That's it. That's all.
That's amazing. The fact that they get a certificate too, that's an incredible offering, to show your skill to the world.
The 3 webinars are going to be introductions to what it is that we're going to be teaching. We'll go a little more in depth about what the subjects are for our classes. And then the Academy starts in September. This is going to be our 4th time doing it. And we'll be done by November in time for Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
Yay.
Thank you so much, everyone. Yay. So.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.